Well, it's official. Eric Holder has replied to Rand Paul, and Rand Paul's questioning of if drone strikes will be here in the U.S. against U.S. citizens. And as he said, I'm reading this to Honorable Rand Paul. This is from Eric Holder, Office of the Attorney General. Dear Senator Paul, on February 20th, 2013, you wrote to John Brennan requesting additional information concerning the administration's views about whether the president has the power to authorize lethal force such as a drone strike against a U.S. citizen on U.S. soil and without a trial. As members of this administration had previously indicated, the U.S. government has not carried out drone strikes in the United States and has no intention of doing so. As a policy matter, moreover, we reject the use of military force where well-established law enforcement authorities in this country provide the best means for incapacitating a terrorist threat. We have a long history of using the criminal justice system to incapacitate individuals located in our country who pose a threat to the United States and its interests abroad. Hundreds of individuals have been arrested and convicted of terrorism-related offenses in our federal courts. The question, here comes the part that he says, but the question you posed is therefore entirely hypothetical, unlikely to occur, and one we hope no president will ever have to confront. It is possible, I suppose, to imagine an extraordinary circumstance in which it would be necessary and appropriate under the Constitution and applicable laws of the United States for the president to authorize the military to use lethal force within the territory of the United States. For example, the president could conceivably have no choice but to authorize the military to use such force if necessary to protect the homeland in the circumstances of catastrophic attack like the one suffered on December 7th, 1941 and September 11th, 2001. Were such an emergency to arise, I would examine the particular facts and circumstances before advising the president on the scope of his authority. Sincerely, Eric Holder. In other words, the president could use lethal force within the territory of the United States. In other words, they could murder U.S. citizens with drones. And look at what a great job they do in Afghanistan and Iraq, and how many innocent people they've murdered, which I have written about before. And so they can say extraordinary circumstances, but what is their extraordinary circumstances in their mind? So it has now been out in the open. Obama has the right to murder U.S. citizens on U.S. soil at his discretion. I cannot believe what is happening in this country. I cannot believe we've gone down so far down the rabbit hole that this is being allowed to happen. I cannot believe the majority of the people of these United States are asleep and not paying attention and don't give a care about what's happening. This is outrageous. Obama has the right to murder U.S. citizens with drones in the U.S. without trial, jury, innocence. We're all guilty at this point, and we will never be able to prove our innocence because we can just be murdered. I'm shocked, I'm amazed, and I just want people to wake up. This has been Sherry.